Hey guys, my name is Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I wanted to show you guys how to make literally the easiest macrame wall hanging for any beginner. You only have to know the lark's head knot, and the key to this is going to be layering since it's so simple. But yeah, let's just get started. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get like a little branch like this. I found this in my parents' backyard, but if you can't find any branches, you could also use a dowel. And for this project, I'm going to be using 5mm macrame cord. I'm going to start out by picking the length that I want my macrame cord to hang. So like right here, this is how long I want my pieces to dangle off of my wall hanging when they're looped on. And then here, I'm trying to figure out how much cord I need for it to hang like that and make that little U. And I'm just eyeballing everything. I'm not like being precise with any of my measurements right now. I'm gonna make the other side just as long, and I'm gonna add a little extra length for when I use the lark's head knot to attach these, and then I'm gonna cut it. Okay guys, so now we're going to attach this to our branch using the lark's head knot, and this is one way of doing this knot. So take your piece of macrame cord and put it over your branch like I am, and then you take the end of the cord and cross it over just like that, and still grabbing onto that piece of cord, take it under your branch and make it go over, and then you should have like a little loop on the bottom right there. You see that? And then just pull that piece of cord through it, and there we go. We have our lark's head knot. Now make sure to do the same thing on the other side. Now you should have something that looks like this. Using my ruler, I'm measuring how long the cords are on each side. The one on the left was about 9.5 inches and the one on the right was 9. So I'm just going to trim the one on the left so that they can both be 9 inches. Since the pieces of cord that I have on there are 9 inches long, I'm measuring out a piece of cord that is 18 inches long so that they can all be the same length when I loop them onto my wall hanging. Right here, I'm just making sure that it does measure up correctly, and they do. So now I'm just going to cut a bunch of pieces of cord all 18 inches long. Okay, so now I'm going to loop all of these on using the lark's head knot, and now we can just do the easy way of doing that knot. If you've never done the lark's head knot before, you want to fold your piece of macrame cord evenly in half, and you're going to have a loop at the top. And so take that loop and fold it over the piece of hanging macrame cord like I am, and then you just pull the end pieces through that loop, and then you just tighten everything up, and there you go, you have the lark's head knot. And now we're just going to keep doing that same thing until all of this is filled up. Those first hanging pieces that we had are a little bit longer than the rest of the wall hanging, so I'm just going to trim them so that they can all be the same length. Next, we're going to do the same thing again. So attach a new piece of macrame cord whatever length you want. You could actually make yours shorter. I made mine longer, and I'm going to attach it using the lark's head knot, and make sure that the end piece is however long you want to make your hanging. I decided to stick with the 9 inches. This is how my wall hanging is looking like now, and so I'm going to start attaching my pieces of macrame cord to this, and all of my pieces are still at 18 inches long, which would be 9 inches folded in half when they hang. Once again, those first pieces at the end were a little bit longer than the rest, so I'm just going to trim them. to secure the way that I attached the lark's head knot to the branch, I'm just going to add a little dab of hot glue, and this is going to make sure that this doesn't fall off, and I'm going to do that to all of the pieces. I'm going to take some more macrame cord, measure out a long length, and then cut it. I'm going to attach that piece of cord to my branch using the lark's head knot, and then I'm going to unravel the piece of macrame cord. Make sure to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to secure these two pieces together using a finishing knot. And here I'm making sure to kind of twist this over to the back side so that I can hide the finishing knot. If you've never done a finishing knot before, you want to make a loop like I am, and you're going to have a little bit of the end piece sticking up right there, and then just take your longer piece and start wrapping it around like I am. Once you get however many wraps you want, pull your working piece through the loop right there, and then go back to that piece that was hanging off at the top, and then just pull on it and tighten it up, and then there you go, you have a finishing knot. Right here I'm measuring to make sure that these pieces are the same length on both sides, and I'm adjusting them a little bit because they're slightly off. Now I'm going to trim off those pieces from my finishing knot. On the bottom part I'm just going to let it stay, but on the top I'm going to trim it, and then right here I made my piece kind of long, so I'm going to trim that right there. Okay guys, so I'm going to use these little mini pom-poms that I got from Dollar Tree and glue them onto my wall hanging. Right here, I'm just placing them where I want them to go, and you could also use like beads and string them through your macrame cord just to give your wall hanging like a little extra something, but I didn't feel like stringing anything through, so I was just like, let me use these pom-poms. It's way easier and it gives you the same effect. Next, I'm going to take some of these wooden beads that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint them white. I just use my fingers for this because it's so much faster than painting each individual one with the brush. Anyways, so now that they're dry, I'm going to tie them onto my wall hanging. We're almost done, guys. So now I'm going to take a long piece of macrame cord and tie it to my branch, and I'm just doing a basic knot, nothing fancy here. And this piece is so that our wall hanging can hang, so make it long enough to where you like the length of it, and then tie it to the other side, and yeah, we're done. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I also have a bunch of other easy macrame projects on my channel, so I'll link some of those videos I did down in the description box for you guys to check out. But yeah, subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!